Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, my needle drops, and it's time for a question comment thing. Quite a few people this week actually asked me what I think of Spotify and just music streaming services in general, and it's funny why this didn't dawn on me before to kind of do a topic on this. I'm talking about music streaming services where, for the most part, people are legally streaming new albums and songs or their favorite albums and songs from the past. Now, I mean, I actually use Spotify personally when it comes to reviewing albums sometimes. If a new album has come out, I haven't gotten a promo for it, or I haven't picked up a copy of it myself, I will just go try it on Spotify if it's available for streaming. And then maybe even go listen to their past records on Spotify if those are uploaded as well, and even try out some artists that influence that artist or similar to that artist. And of course there are other similar services like Pandora. Last.fm has kind of a streaming radio feature as well, and Grooveshark. There's a lot of different sites out there that are trying to provide a similar service to Spotify. And let's not forget that I also think YouTube itself is kind of a music streaming platform. You guys know that there's a lot of music streaming on YouTube that I have streamed, that you have streamed. Artists and record labels even upload songs and music videos to YouTube to just tease toward forthcoming releases or just give fans a taste of what an album is going to sound like. Now, I'm not against the streaming music model. I'm not against the streaming platform. I don't think it's going to destroy the music industry. I do not think it's going to destroy the physical side of music either. But it could definitely give MP3s and downloads a run for their money if services like Spotify become as easy, quick, and simple as just kind of going into your iTunes folder and then just grabbing a song that you have bought or downloaded and then just listening to it right there. And as the internet speeds up and these services become faster and programmed more efficiently, of course that's going to happen, unless some kind of legal issue gets in the way. But the thing is, stuff like free music streaming services that are legal is something people kind of want. People don't want to have to pay to try music anymore. And part of the reason this is because of just the sheer amount of music out there right now. There are so many artists that are price gouging their albums, letting people sort of pay what they want and then get them, or just giving them away entirely for free. And of course, all of this competition to the bottom just to be heard, just to get some buzz and get a fan base and get people listening to your material has gotten people to overall value music a little bit less. Now, even though the government has been strong-arming websites like Mega Upload and other sites similar to Mega Upload have been restricting access or just shutting down completely, piracy is still rampant. The government can't even stop drugs from being trafficked into the country. How can they stop ones and zeros from being trafficked across the internet? Now, the beauty of this new system, though, this new streaming music platform system, could be a solution to actually getting artists paid. Okay, look at this. This High on Fire record. I bought this record with my own money. But the thing is, High on Fire only gets paid one time when I buy this one record. And some in the current state of the music industry would even argue that the amount of money that they make off of this sale is not even that much. Now, if I take that High on Fire record and I listen to it once a day, every day for the rest of my life, High on Fire does not make any more money. They just make that one record sale and that's it. But if I'm listening to them on a streaming service, if I listen to that album on a streaming service every day for the rest of my life, they get paid for every single stream that I make. Now, even though there have been articles that show that the amount of money artists get paid from streams on Spotify is horrible, something around £10, $10 or so for around 100,000 streams. And there will be a lot more options out there if we embrace this model and allow companies other than Spotify to do this kind of thing. If there were other legal streaming services out there, then they could possibly offer competitive rates to artists to have their album exclusively streaming with them, premiere streaming with them, whether it be through an advance of money or through a higher pay per stream rate. So yeah, even though at this very moment, the whole pay artists side of this model sucks, there are lots of ways this system can work, and we're not going to find out a way to actually make it work in favor of the artists if we just sort of reject it and stamp out the spark before it even becomes a flame. And even if the record companies sort of take their medicine and then just spit it out, it's not going to make a difference, because if we get rid of streaming services, people are still going to pirate music. The best thing to do now is meet at this compromise and actually create that listening booth experience that people are always likening piracy to. Streaming an album off of a website where you don't technically own the MP3s, and maybe the artist gets paid every single time you stream one of the songs, that is more listening booth-like to me. Of course, the revenue for this money will come from ad sales, it will come from subscription payments, and that's just the model that we're facing at the moment. Like I said, I want artists to be paid, but, we're just gonna sit back and see how it pans out. Do you use Spotify or music streaming services? Do you prefer them to downloading music, pirating music, have to go look for music, whether you're torrenting it or you're sort of downloading it off of a mega upload-esque website? Do you find the audio quality on these streaming services to be to your liking? Do you see yourself using them more in the future if they become more popular? Are you subscribed to a music streaming service, and do you enjoy it? Are you happy with your subscription? Is this kind of platform the future of the music industry? Let me know. Anthony Fantano, music streaming forever.